Guys, what is going on? So, I just hiked 7.7 miles. That's not counting anything else today. That's just the hike, 7.7 miles with my True Spec pants, and I carried the Bravo concealment over the waistband holster that holds the Glock 17 and a Surefire X300 Ultra. So I have my Larry Vickers Glock 17 on me, and guys, I gotta tell you, hot spot, not one piece of uncontentment at all with that gear. Let me tell you, you want to find out if your gear works right? You don't even have to do 7.7 miles like me. You just take your gear and go a few miles. You'll find out real quick if that gear is going to last you or not. Hurt one, what's up, buddy? Get ready to come to that pool party, my friend. But yeah, you want to know if your gear will do you right, then what you should do is test it. And it was great. See, the problem was before, but the problem was before, I'm laughing at a comment somebody put up. The problem before was when I weighed 340 and I would put even this over the waistband holster on, be into my side, into the fat roll, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. I was kind of partially open carry and partially concealed carry, even with the Bravo concealment over the waistband. I got the pan tighter to the body. The handle, I can always put my hand right now down in between the gun handle and my side. So that is just awesome, guys. And that's what you want. You know, like the ankle holster where the skin, I still got a scar on the inside of my leg from that ankle holster. That's you know, that's gear that, I mean, you could wear it to some things you go to on a daily basis and get away with it, but I won't give that concealment over the waistband, and it accepts the Surefire X300 Ultra. Yeah, that thing passed with flying colors. Are we back? Yes, we are. But yeah, it used to be that my fat was always against the side or over the handle of the gun. Not comfortable. And you people, which there wasn't that many, but for all you people that think that the RTF2 grip is too aggressive, well, I can show you that my shirt doesn't have one mark on the material, and I just walked fast 7.7 miles. So it didn't even rub my shirt. I had my shirt tucked in. Got to watch for ticks and things. But yeah, guys, great day at the trail. It's great to be out. I'm going out Saturday to a new trail. It's going to be very much fun. Got my Spyderco Delica. True Spec pants are really awesome to wear. Yeah, there's a little bit less comfort than the wind pants I was wearing. Oh my goodness. I'm just laughing, guys, because somebody asked me, do I even shoot anymore? Well, the funny thing is I don't get to shoot as often. I got too many goals and things going on. But yeah, I'm here, but I just a ton right now. But I want to forget to stay. I'm going to a new place Saturday to hike, and I believe it's an 8-miler. And then I'm probably going to go from there to somewhere else and maybe do a little bit more, just a little bit more hiking. And I'd like to get in 10 miles that day with a little bit of a drive in between, which is definitely doable. Yeah, I got a box when I get home. And yeah, the Grunt Life shirts are great, love it. But I got a mystery package to unbox when I get home. My nephew from the Air Force sent me. Feels like there's liquid in it. I don't know what it is. It's real heavy, and when I shake it, it feels like I don't know. I guess we'll be surprised together. I am going to do an unboxing on video for you guys if you want to see that, and see what my nephew from the Air Force sent me. He said he wanted to send me something. I said, okay, if you want to, that's, you know. He said, well, you know, he said, I would like to send you something over. Oh, no, bro, I'm not offended. The fact of the matter is I got so much stuff going on it's hard to get out and shoot. You asking me if I shoot much anymore? That's, you know, the answer, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna change just because I'd like. But yeah, no, there's so much stuff going on right now between everything I got going that I actually haven't been out as much as I would normally or would like to be. Andrew Gordon, what's up, buddy? I hope you're feeling better. Man, am I glad to hear from you, buddy. I was worried. Glad to see you're back and you're watching videos. But yeah, man, it was great out on the trail, getting that exercise in. Somebody just asked who wins in a fight, me now or me at my heaviest. Well, what I will say to you is that traffic's all stopping up here. But what I will say to you is me at my heaviest. Now, I know a lot of guys will take this a lot of different ways. I'm not trying to brag on myself. Somebody just asked me a question, so I'm not trying to brag on myself at all, so please don't take it that way. At my heaviest, I had an overhand left that was unreal. If you don't know what an overhand left is, I'm a right-handed guy, but I'm both-handed. I shoot left. Overhand left was Mike Tyson's safe to Mike Tyson at all. But an overhand left was that short cross. I'm looking for is us like this up close, and Mike Tyson would just knock their block off with. Well, it just so happened that happened to be the punch that. See, when I was younger, I used to hang around this guy, and he was really into karate stuff. Let's do a little story time, shall we? Okay, when I was younger, about 12, 13 years old, I met somebody who turned out to be my best friend named Sean. And he was into karate big time. All the movies, the nunchucks, everything. Like I said, man, I was probably 12. So when I started hanging out with him, I practically lived in with him and his mom. I practically moved in, pretty much. I used to stay there all the time. Well, he was so much into it. He was young too. He was maybe a year older than me. He was so much into it. He'd be like, okay, now we're gonna go down the basement, and we're gonna go up to the block wall, and we're gonna make a fist, and we're gonna start punching the block wall real light. He's like, because after a while, after we do this for a month or so, it's gonna toughen up your fist. You're gonna be able to hit this block wall harder, and then you're gonna hit mine. And you're gonna see that your hands are gonna toughen up. Now we're going to take some soft padding and we're going to practice swings. We're just going to swing our swings. We're going to kick. We're going to do this. And we used to do this all the time. And what rose to the top was my overhand left. I'll never forget, when I was about 14, 15 years old, I went to a place called COSI in Columbus. COSI in Columbus, Ohio is a science center. Kids, teens, adults, people go there. They got all kinds of different scientific things there. And I'll never forget, they had this thing there with padding. And it had like 4 pads. And it would go up from green, then yellow, then red. And I remember there was adults there and everything. And I hit this padded thing at COSI Science Center so hard, I maxed it out at red, and nobody else that we were around or that we seen doing it the whole time we were there even came close to maxing it out. And I was probably only 15 years old. So the overhand left was always a gift that was given to me for some reason. I'm not trying to act like a tough guy or portray a tough guy or something like that, but somehow I was gifted with the overhand left. Some of you guys can reference a little bit of that if you watch me do my punching bag in Noah's video. So when I was my biggest, I would go into Dick's Sporting Goods and I would punch that Bob guy, the guy, you know, the Bob, the punching bag, and it would echo through the store with that. I would overhand left. I would hunch down overhand left, and it's like its chest, the head's flimsy, and you could hear it echo when I'd hit it in the store. People would be like, what? Well, I had a thunderous overhand left when I was big. Now I feel like that a portion of that power has been stripped from me with the weight loss. And I don't feel that the power is there. Sometimes it kind of bothers me, like not real bad, but like sometimes I'll just be thinking about it. Like I just don't feel that it's there if I needed it. I just don't feel that strength. I don't feel, I know that when I had the weight on me, on my body, even it was hilarious. That was hilarious. Just seen a comment that really cracked me up, man. It takes a pretty good one to really get me cracking up, and that one got me. You know, I told you guys that my Bravo concealment holster passed. Some guy, well, I know the guy, but he just commented on the video, sorry to hear your holster passed. Not that kind of passing, buddy. But that was, you got a good sense of humor, dude. I give you a thumbs up, A+ on your sense of humor. Sorry to hear my holster passed. But anyway, guys, enough about all that talk anyway. But yeah, I don't feel the power behind it. Even though I lift weights and I'm lighter, I don't have the power behind that punch. When I was 340, I would twist my hip. When I'd throw that punch, I'd twist my whole body. But anywho, gonna go home, have some chicken breast, some veggie tables, water with the flavoring. I gotta have something flavored. You know, that flavoring doesn't have much of anything in it. It's pretty clean, and you know, and things like that. But I gotta have real honey with my chicken breast. I get raw honey. It's got a piece of the comb. You can get it at Walmart. It's called Jamie's, I think. It says from nature to the table. It's got a piece of the honeycomb in it. It's like a raw, I think it's a raw unfiltered. It's real. Okay, back to what I was saying. I use honey on my chicken breast, real honey, like a raw unfiltered honey, when I eat my chicken. It's something I have to have. I don't need a ton of it. It's never going to be enough to hurt me with all I do, with as clean as I eat with the chicken breast and vegetables. The honey is never going to be enough of anything to hurt me. I don't need a ton. I use a ton of Tabasco sauce on my chicken. I mean, I drown my chicken and veggies with Tabasco sauce. Tabasco sauce is very light in sodium and there's no calories. Not a big, huge guy. I never really put hot pepper except for wing sauce. Out of that, I even pour some on my honey. I don't know why. Sometimes I'll take that first bite. I'll take my first, and it'll almost take my breath away. I'll be like, but I don't know why, man. I've been eating this chicken breast and veggies for so long. I think the spice livens it up for me. I don't know why that, you know, I don't know why that is. But yeah, like I said, guys, I got a good video for you when I get home, unboxing that package. Definitely feels like it's got something liquid inside that my nephew ordered on Amazon and sent me. I have no idea what it is, but we'll find out together. It's going to be a mystery. We'll get to see what that is. I'm also an aftermarket, which, you know, opinion and what you should get. Are they or not? In a way. But we'll be doing a video on aftermarket trigger and trigger bars for the Glock pistol. Right now I got my Larry Vickers with the Surefire X300 and the Bravo over the waistband holster. So it definitely passed. Sorry to say. No. But yeah, so everything's going good with that. And what's good, guys, is you want to also, I want to tell you guys something else. If you're having trouble sleeping, this will help you sleep at night. I sleep like a baby. I get some of the best sleep I've ever gotten when I do this. When I do these hikes, I get, like if you're like one of those people and you're like, man, I don't know what to do, I don't get much sleep, or I toss and turn, just go for 3 miles. If you want to start doing this, I consider anything 3 miles or more good. So if you can get 3 miles, I would say that's great. Now let's say you're really big or something and you're saying, I can only do 1.5 miles, 2 miles. Well, then that's great. Start where you can. But if you're in a, you know, if you're in a semi-decent shape, but you don't do much activity and, you know, whatever, you should be able to start out by doing about 3 miles. Or start out the first night and just get your body used to it. Then the second night, you should be able to go 3 miles. I consider anything 3 miles or more great. You will sleep good. You will. You know, the reason mine's so high is because I was used to going to the gym and doing 7 miles on the 11 miles, getting to 10 miles in. But trust me, it's different on the trail. Funny. I think the video's flipping this. Somebody just asked me. I'm dried. You guys are funny tonight, man. You guys are keeping me laughing. I want to keep doing these live. It's cracking me up, but yeah, guys, had a great time at the trail. I'm telling you, if you want to do this, go out to some woods. The woods makes it less boring, and you can't. The woods makes it less boring, and if you're in thicker woods, it takes away from how long you're going. Like I don't know how easy it would be for me to go into a gym and stand on a flat treadmill and do 7 miles. But when I'm in the woods, I'm getting more of a workout because of the climbing, and it doesn't get boring to me. Somebody just asked me, a buddy of mine on here, what do I prefer, the Gen 3 or the Gen 5? Well, I got to be honest with you. I prefer my Larry Vickers Gen 3. That Gen 3 trigger on that Vickers, and I've had several other people tell me this, the trigger on that Gen 3 Vickers is just awesome. And if you know anything about Glocks, you've been around the gun community for any period of time, that Glocks can vary a little bit here and there from gun to gun with the trigger pull. Yeah, they all say they're roughly, you know, 4.5 to 6 pounds, whatever. Here's the thing, guys. The metal parts that make up the triggers in a Glock are pretty much stamped pieces of metal. They're not precision machined, and they're not using digital calipers on them. These pieces of metal vary, especially if you use to look under a microscope. That's why the 25-cent trigger jaw is something that you could do to a Glock, and it really ups the performance. Now, I am in no way downing a Glock because of the stamped trigger parts and different things, metal on metal, and little imperfections that you could see under microscopes. That's the way a polymer gun is made to be produced. But what I am telling you is that, trust me when I tell you that you can pick up 2 guns, 2 Glocks at the same gun store out of the factory, and you will have a different trigger weight on a trigger gauge. It may only be a little bit, and you can have a different feel. Very easily have a different feel on a Glock. Who was it? I think it was it Hickok 45? I know one of the guys, I think it was Hickok, said that he would go, back in the day when he would go to a gun store, they would have several Glocks. He would try the different triggers on them before he would buy one. So take it for what it's worth, guys. Coming from the Peanut Gallery. But you know, who am I? But anyway, that's just my thought on the whole matter. But that Gen 3 trigger on the Vickers Glock is definitely cake. It's definitely cake. So I highly recommend the Gen 3s, and I will be doing a video aftermarket trip, so there is hope for you. But you'll have to wait and see till that video what it's going to be, or can it be? You just have to find out. All right, guys, I'll talk to you real soon. I'm about to get off here. I gotta go. Later. DOF out.